Hey YouTube, what is up? I am Mike and I'm here for my daily... Wait a minute, is it Måneskin? Somebody told me in the comments that they're surprised nobody has corrected me because I've repeatedly said Måneskin. Alright, so debate that down there. It's probably no debate. In the US, most people, when I hear them say this band's name, which is rare, even though they're catching on huge, don't get me wrong, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about them. I don't hear them on the radio often. On the radio, I've always heard Måneskin, but just yesterday when I was talking to my son, who I guess I need to mention him on this channel too, because I've mentioned my two younger daughters repeatedly, probably not in the Måneskin videos, but in the other pop videos that I've watched. I asked him yesterday if he had heard them, and he said, "Oh, I'm so glad to hear you say that. Now I know how to say it," because he, just like the first time I read it, honestly read it as Måneskin, like a lion's mane. So how do you properly pronounce the name of this band? Oh Lord. All right, so this one is called Gossip, and I almost watched the actual video for it, but this one is live from the Stern show, Howard Stern. So I'm not trying to like mansplain you here or American-splain you here, because I asked, somebody mentioned yesterday that you guys do not have Sirius XM over there, and I know that Howard Stern is on Sirius XM here in the US. So yeah, he's a big, famous radio celebrity. Regardless, whatever. Tom Morello is one of my favorite guitar players of all time. He was the guitar player for Rage Against the Machine, and of course later with Audioslave with Chris Cornell. I was on to Rage Against the Machine like fucking that. When they came out, I was in high school when Rage came out, and they just immediately became one of my favorite bands. Not only because of the way that they blended hip-hop and rock metal sounds, but also because Tom Morello was just innovative as fuck. He popularized the whammy pedal, just all kinds of crazy stuff with effects, and he's a lot of people put him down because they're like, oh, he's just an effects guy, but no, bullshit. Go back and listen to that first record. He did put that one solo on there to make sure you knew that he actually, could play the technically crazy shit, but most of the time he was doing things to kind of emulate sounds that were created in hip-hop on the electric guitar. And I already know that Måneskin is quickly becoming one of my favorite bands, and I was going to watch the video because I'm always so torn on this because I love a live performance, but this one Tom's actually there, so I mean it was an easy, truly easy decision. I'm gonna watch the live video. Here we go. I'm fully expecting this. I'm probably building it up too much in my mind, if I'm gonna be honest, man, because I can't imagine how this is anything less than fucking ridiculous.
Let's go.
Also, let me know who actually wrote this song. Was Tom involved in the writing of this, or did he just like guest on it? Because it could go either way, because that sounds like a pretty Tom Morello riff, but he could just be inspired by Tom, and then it fell together. It's almost kind of weird for me doing these reactions, because like I really just want to let these songs play and listen to it, but then that's just me listening to music, and then I'm going to forget everything I want to say by the end of it. So it's kind of frustrating in a way.
Plastic on your face. This place is a gossip, drink till you choke. To gossip, burn down your throat.
All right, so based on the lyrics that I can understand, because he always goes so quick, which is awesome, don't get me wrong, but it's also in the first time you hear a Måneskin song, it's hard to grasp all the lyrical intricacies because he's just pumping at it, and this is the kind of song that sometimes it takes either reading the lyrics with it, which I don't want to do because I don't want to be distracted while I'm reacting to music, because it's not just lyrics. Although I love lyrics, I fucking love lyrics because I'm terrible at writing them. And he clearly does it well, and I'm just so I'm in a weird situation watching one of my favorite bands and you guys watching me do this, because this is just not how I would discover music. I wouldn't be stopping to talk about it all the time, but I have to.
Drink till you choke. To gossip, burn down your throat. Like on it, you are just like a mole.
And see, I got so distracted. So my point is, I'm guessing from what I can hear so far, based on the lyrics, that this sounds like it's talking about the whole Hollywood and paparazzi and just fakeness of how so much of everything in the world is, especially just the entire, pop culture scene in the U.S. and I'm sure everywhere, but it's just my point of view. But I love this song so far.
Till you chose to gossip, burn down your throat. Like on it, you are just like a mole. Don't act like you don't know. So say to gossip, drink till you chose. To gossip, burn down your throat. You're not like on it, you are just like the mole. Don't act like you don't know. Let's go.
And yep, there it was. That's the whammy pedal. That's just Tom. That's just Tom.
Keep drinking and acting cool. Don't care if your day is blue. Nobody loves a gloomy face. Just take your pills and down so nice. Don't think it all that's goodbye. So come on, let's try. It's just a taste. This place is a circus. You just see the surface. They cover shit under the rug. You can't see they're faking. They'll never be naked. Just fill your drink with tonic gin. This is the American dream. So sad to gossip. Drink till you choke. Sad to gossip. Burn down your throat. You're not like on it. You are just like that mole. Don't act like you don't know. So sad to gossip. Drink till you choke. Sad to gossip. Burn down your throat. You're not like on it. You are just like that mole. Don't act like you don't know. Come on.
One thing that's interesting to me about Tom in this song is he's got less distortion on his solo than I'm used to hearing from him. It's because he's fitting in with their sound, as opposed to just trying to step all over it, insisting on playing the tone that he normally would play. He's finding where it is. Love it. Okay, so he's actually also using, it could be a whammy pedal or it could be something else. And I'm sure Tom's actually probably got something more professional than a whammy, the old Digitech original thing, although that's what he definitely started with, and same with him. But do you hear that octave above where he's playing? He's not doing the wee wee thing, but it's the same thing. It's just it's duplicating the same thing. He's playing an octave higher, and after what Tom just did, yeah, I mean, how could you do anything else? And it's brilliant.
So sad to gossip, drink till you're chosen. To gossip, burn down your soul. You're not iconic, you are just like that mole. Don't act like you don't know.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that was just awesome. I love this band. That's one of my favorite songs by them, I believe. And I'm not surprised. I've been holding off on this one because I was like, don't taint yourself with just because Tom's your guitar guy. This has been so fun and continues to be just so fun to learn all about Måneskin. It's been so fun to learn about Måneskin. They're a great band. I love Måneskin. Thank you guys for watching and continuing to like and requests and in the comments and subscribe and all that stuff. I'm kind of blown away by the response, especially from Italy. That's awesome that you guys are having as much fun watching me as I am watching this. I just appreciate it. I hope to see you next time. I think I will. Have a great night.